So it's kind of funny. This episode I already recorded, and then I went to go look at the audio and it's completely silent. So it's funny because in this episode, I'm sharing with you how to transition from negative thoughts to self-love and an inner peace. And I literally have to do the practice to help myself record this again. So that way I'm not stuck in what went wrong the last episode, but actually where I am right now. So maybe it's the universe's comedic side to help me breathe through my own aggravations. So without further ado, I want to share with you today how we can transition from a place of negativity, worry, into a place of feeling calm and a place of self-love. So if you're anything like me, it's so easy to get into a place of feeling like you are in a rumination cycle, thinking about everything that could go wrong, thinking about everything that maybe went wrong, worrying about yourself, maybe worrying about others, thinking about what somebody said to you or the email or the phone call you have to make and the things you're dreading. It is so easy to get into that cycle because that's literally how our minds are wired. We're wired to have this propensity to get into a negative place because our minds and our brains are wired for survival. Negative things, looking for threats, is how we survive. So we are literally up against a negatively wired brain because we are here to survive. Unfortunately, that survival of having the brain negatively wired doesn't really serve us for a fulfilling and uplifting and peaceful life. So that's why we have to be even more intentional with how we are using our minds, how we are engaging, the practices that we commit to each and every day. And so that's what I want to share with you today is a practice that makes a huge difference in my life. I am that person who tends to go into a negative space and has a hard time getting out of it. And with this practice and so many other things that I've engaged with and have practiced, that is no longer my default. I have a much easier time of getting out of that space and into a place that is much more uplifting, much more fulfilling. Not to say that that doesn't happen anymore, but I don't stay there quite as long and I don't go quite as deep as I used to. And so I truly am a testament to these practices and I truly believe in them. And so I want to share one with you today that is just a very simple practice you can do to interrupt that rumination cycle of negativity and allow your brain to start to be trained in a new way. So think about your muscles. Your muscles, you don't automatically just become strong. They're not just, one rep and you're done. It's a daily practice of engaging them, training them the way that you want them trained. The brain is the same way. If you are consistent and making conscious intention of doing something that you desire and moving yourself in a direction that you desire, your brain will learn a different way. Just like muscles, learn to become stronger, learn to adapt. Our minds are the exact same way. So we have to train them in a way that serves us and moves us in a direction that we desire in our lives. So I want to invite you to engage in this practice. It will only take a few minutes, but you will notice that it will help you transition out of that negative space into a place that is more serving for your highest good, allowing you to get into a place of calm and peace, or at least just interrupt that cycle of negativity. So what I want you to do, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. You're going to do this for a count of 4. Hold that for a moment. And then exhale through your nose or your mouth for a count of 6. We're going to do that again. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold. Exhale through your nose or your mouth for a count of 6. Next, I want you to close your eyes and visualize a golden white light within your heart. And as you visualize an orb circling your heart, I want you to feel a bit of love. Love for yourself, love for someone in your life, love for your pet, love for your house, whatever it is, just feel a sense of love within your heart. And as you feel that, I want you to visualize that golden white light is coming up through your throat, up to your head, right in between your eyes, and then exiting through your eyes and sending love outward. So visualize that light coming up and then outward, right in between your eyebrows. As you're visualizing that, I want you to then see that light coming out through and between your eyebrows and visualize the words, I am love. And not only visualize them, but I want you to see yourself writing those letters, I-A-M-L-O-V-E. Write each letter out in your mind's eye. And as you're writing that out, I want you to anchor into what it means to feel that love. So just like the love that you felt within your heart and that golden white light, I want you to feel that again. As you write, I am love. And then again, take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold. Exhale for 6. And then when you're ready, I want you to open up your eyes. And I want you to notice how you feel. Do you feel the same? Do you feel different? Notice how you feel now compared to where you were right before you did this practice. And if it's no different, that's okay. If it is different, that's great. Whatever it is, just notice without any judgment. And I want you to know that with a practice like this, it's not like you flip a switch and everything is great. This is a practice. It's about training your brain to function differently. So I encourage you and invite you to take this practice and do it whenever you notice that your mind is starting to go into a place of negativity. It is truly when you start to do that and train your brain in a different way that it learns to respond differently. This, again, is just like a muscle. The more you train it and the more you're consciously aware of it, the stronger it gets. And using the triggers of negative thoughts as triggers to actually do this practice is huge. So the next time you notice that you're getting into a cycle of negativity, worrying about things, speaking negatively to yourself about things, whatever it is, anytime you notice that, I want you to use that as a trigger to bring yourself into this practice. So again, first thing is that deep breath in your nose for a count of 4, holding out for 6, going through a few deep breaths. Next is closing your eyes, visualizing a golden white orb within your heart and feeling a sense of love for someone, something, even yourself, which is even more important. And then allowing and visualizing that light to come out through in between your eyebrows. Then visualizing I am love written out in your mind's eye, followed by another deep breath. Again, this practice is something that you have with you whenever you need it. If you're having a rough day at work, it takes only a few minutes to engage in this practice. And as you do it, the more consistent you are, you'll start to notice a shift in your energy. You're going to feel just a little bit lighter, a little more relaxed, a little calmer the more you do it. So I am so honored that you chose this podcast to listen to, and I really hope that this practice helps serve you the next time you're having some of those negative thoughts or you're stuck in a place of worry. And if this resonates with you and you want more and you want to feel more of that peace within yourself, I invite you to download my free guide. It's Reclaim Inner Peace, Top Tips for Self-Loyalty and Nervous System Harmony. It is 8 daily practices that are short and sweet and just something easily that you can fit into your day that make a huge difference in your life. These are the things that I do on a daily basis that help ground me, help me feel more of a sense of calm and clarity in my life, and have completely transformed my life in so many ways. And these are things I still do every day because of the benefit of them. So if this resonates with you, I'll link it in the show notes below, and definitely grab your copy of it. And again, I want to thank you so much for joining me today and being part of this podcast and choosing this podcast to listen to. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.